Hey, good morning, everybody. BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I got out the house 10:30 in the morning. I told myself I was going to do art, all different types of stuff. And I started listening to people talking about the Lakers. I'm like, nah, I need to get out the house. After last night's loss, it was just like one of those situations where you see your team getting beat in the way that we got beaten over the last two games, and you need to vent. It's not really about X's and O's. It's about how you feel, man. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know if this is going to be a rant or not. I don't really have a whole lot of anger, just a bit of my frustration. I watched the second half highlights. I didn't want to watch the first half because I could remember how that went. It was great. I wanted to see what went wrong. I wanted to see just how things unfolded. And the Lakers had a over 12-point lead with like 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It wasn't like we were just allowing them to rush back. We were kind of answering to certain things they were doing. I watched a lot of content on the Lakers. There was one guy who was funny as hell, but his content is called Bad Coaching, and essentially what he talks about is screaming and hollering in the camera about what mistakes are made as he sees them. I think he's a Laker fan, but I'm not really sure if he does it for other teams or not, but he definitely does it for ours. And he was just pointing out all the different little mistakes. And some of what he pointed out, in my humble opinion, looked to me like the Lakers were just a step slow. And what does that have to do with? Altitude. Some of Rui's getting back, AD's getting back, Bron running back. A lot of that stuff to me looked like altitude issues. Guys just not responding well to that altitude, man. And when you're going up against a team this excellent, and they got the altitude advantage as well, it's almost like an unfair advantage, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's almost like an unfair advantage because they play at such a speed and they play so meticulously well, and they also have the fact that every time someone comes into their building, half the team is going to be fatigued more so than they would be anywhere else. It's an unfair advantage, man. And I don't know if there's a solution to it. I don't imagine it is. But it's just what teams benefit when they go to Denver. When you play for the Denver Nuggets and you practice in altitude most of the time, you live in altitude and all of that, and then people come to your arena and they're gassed to hell. And so I really think Rui was probably the one who was hurt the most by that. When you have him pushing around with Jokic in the center position, he was missing shots he'll never miss again. Layups and stuff like that, he'll never miss again. And then we just got to work on certain decision making. I know coaching, you can go over certain things. Maybe Darvin does, maybe he doesn't. But in the moment, guys just got to be able to understand their spacing well enough to execute in the moment. When to double, when not to, when to flash, when it makes sense to do so. Sometimes it really just does come down to individual basketball IQ and the ability to, under pressure, do the right things in the moment. And the Denver Nuggets are really good at that. And the Los Angeles Lakers seem to be not so good at that. And one thing that we've talked about a couple times, I'm going to mention it now, is we are relying on players who have not developed fully to do more than what they should be asked to do. Guys like Rui Hachimura still developing. Austin Reeves still developing. Jackson Hayes still developing. And we're asking them to play bigger roles to fit our needs as a team. And these guys they're not there yet. 2, 3, 4 years from now, they probably win yesterday's game because you ain't going to see some of the mistakes. But yesterday, mistakes were made. And I looked at the turnovers. AD had 4 turnovers. Austin had 4 turnovers. We had 15 as a team. I really think those turnovers hurt a lot. But, I don't know that they were the end-all, be-all to us losing, but it definitely catered to the psychological edge that you give to the Denver Nuggets when you start making certain mistakes and show them that you're scared of them. It's easy for them to come back against you when they know you're terrified. So I think a lot of it is psychological. Obviously, we've talked about that before and during the series thus far. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, that shot that LeBron James took, that 3, I'm not as angry at him for that shot as many are. I'm really not. He had hit the last two. He's shooting over 40% on the season. When he took the shot, it was 12 seconds left in the shot clock. You can say that's too early, but the reality was the Denver Nuggets were packing the paint and his defender had fallen down. Okay? However that goes, some would say it's an offensive foul. Bron pushed off of the man and the man ended up on the ground. I don't know. Maybe you call an offensive foul there. But the reality was they had packed the paint. So if you're asking LeBron James to work the ball around, yeah, there are a lot of people open because we got everybody parked around the perimeter in that moment. D'Lo is in no man's land, not even in a position to receive the ball. He's putting his hands down, telling everybody to calm down. I don't know what the hell he was thinking right there. He was not in a position to actually play basketball when that shot was taken. If he would have just put himself, if he would immediately positioned himself to either be behind the arc or to box somebody out, he might have made himself a little more useful. But to be honest with you, he just kind of was sitting there waiting for LeBron James to take the shot, pointing at the, kind of like doing the calm down motion, which just he was not available in that play. Rui Hachimura was parked in the corner when that shot went up, ready to receive a pass. And I think it was maybe Taurean Prince or whoever the other man was parked in the other corner across the way. But LeBron James was open. And he had hit the last 3 or 4 shots for our squad. So, I was listening to a couple people saying how egregious the shot was. But to be honest with you, if he would have taken steps inward, he was going towards the defense. And in situations like that, you are looking for an open shot. Well, the open shot came his way. Now, if he moves the ball around just for the sake of running the shot clock even further, what you end up doing is probably finding the worst shot. You know what I mean? And the only other person I would want taking that shot in that situation would either be D'Lo, who's probably a more gifted three-point shooter than Bron, obviously he is. But D'Lo's not in a position to catch the ball because he's doing some dumb stuff. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Nothing that could help the team in that situation. And the other person is Rui Hachimura. But Rui Hachimura, you make that pass, and that angle doesn't look safe to me. Maybe because he's open, it looks like it's safe, but you got to pass across the court from an angle that is not your greatest angle when you're trying to make a pass like that, versus considering the shot clock at 12 when LeBron takes the shot, and the fact that LeBron James is open because his defender's on the floor. So it's like, because Bron's defender's on the floor, and because it wasn't like he took the shot too early, I didn't really have a problem with him taking the shot. I didn't have a problem with him taking the shot. I just wish it fell. But as far as whether or not he should have took the shot, you can take a few more seconds to run more of the shot clock if you wish. I don't exactly remember what the score was, which is really important, to whether or not running the clock down is your friend or not. Because the truth of the matter is, if you're down, you definitely don't want to waste more clock. If you're tied, the clock could be considered your friend. If you're up, the clock could be considered your friend. I don't remember. I think we were tied in that situation. So it wasn't as imperative that he don't run the clock down for the sake of trying to extend the game in theory. But when you're going up against the Denver Nuggets and you're tied, they have the advantage because they execute better than you. So the idea is to get the best quality shot and to ultimately be pleased with the shot you take. I don't think that was the worst shot in the world. I really don't. I don't particularly like how everybody was set up in that situation. Guys were kind of out of the play. But like I said, Denver was packing the paint. Just about all of Denver's defenders were in the paint, trying to cut off the drive toward the ball, toward the rim, rather. So maybe you want Bron to drive toward the defense, but I think a higher percentage shot is probably him shooting a three, in my mind. So in real time, I wasn't angry at that shot. And when I looked back at it and I was listening to what other people said, I was wondering if I should be upset at him taking that shot. And then when I looked at the replay just a minute ago, I'm still not upset at him taking the shot. I'm just not. It wasn't a great shot, But if your defender's on the ground and your best three-point shooter is pointing at the ground, doing some wig out nonsense, some crackhead stuff, then you just, the best thing for you to do is just take the shot. Like, literally. Or you could pass it to Rui Hachimura in the corner, who's been cold all night. You know what I'm saying? I thought the best option he had was to consider the space and the fact that his defender was on the floor, consider the fact that the paint was clogged with nothing but black jerseys, and the fact that the best shot that he probably was going to get was the one he was going to take right there. A lot of times you try to work the ball around for the sake of the shot clock and end up with a worse shot. You do better just taking the open shot you're given. If the idea is to get an open shot, then you just take it. That's it. You just take the open shot. Now, whether or not you love who's taking the shot will determine how well this person shoots. And LeBron James has been shooting over 40% from behind the arc all year long. So if he were like a 20% three-point shooter or something, if it's Jackson Hayes, I got a problem with it. But the fact that Bron's been shooting well, had just hitting those threes, I think that was the best shot he's probably going to find in that situation. You put the ball on the floor like a lot of people are telling you to, and you just drive it toward the defense. You don't want to do that. Maybe you draw fouls in a sense, but that's too many black jerseys, man. And the way they were officiating the game, you might not even get the damn call. You could get injured, though. The higher percentage shot was the shot that Bron took, as far as I could tell. And running the shot clock from 12 to 4 just to make people feel better in that situation probably means that the defense has a chance to reset. Your defender gets his ass off the floor to reset himself in a position to better defend you. You would have did better shooting the shot while he's on the ground. So, yeah, that was the best shot available as far as I could tell. Unless D'Lo was going to actually do something helpful in the play, other than doing the Kobe calm down motion with his hands. And all that meant to me was that he had faith in LeBron taking the shot. So he kind of coached LeBron into taking the damn shot by doing that. If you want to blame somebody, blame D'Lo for not telling Bron, no, give me the damn ball. For which he would never do. For which none of us would ever expect him to do. Plus, as many times as people got pissed at LeBron James for passing the ball in that situation, far be it from me to think it's time to start complaining about him taking the clutch shot. Especially when he hit the last three. That was a solid shot. He just needs to hit it, man. Literally. Just hit the damn shot. And he didn't. And that's the problem. The Denver Nuggets don't have that problem. They hit their shots. Jamal Murray, as cold as he was all game long, in the final 3 minutes, the man couldn't miss. Free throws, jump shots, all the clutch shots they need, he hit them all, man. He hit them all. You got shot down by a killer. And the shots we took didn't fall. You think about Austin Reeves' corner three, that needs to fall, fam. Ain't no excuses. You're not going against this type of team. You can't miss that shot. Either it's going to fall or it's not. But it can't not. So that's really what it came down to. We just, once again, for the 10th straight time, did not execute better than the Denver Nuggets down the stretch of the basketball game. And because we did a bunch of dumb stuff in the third quarter, allowing them back in the game, we ultimately saw the same fate we always do. And look, I said it in the moment, but after this game, I wasn't thinking about it. But in the moment, it was definitely on my mind. The NBA needs to consider, just like LeBron James said, just like Minnie said, what do we have a replay center for? If you're going to allow, after reviewing a play, a guy to get hit in the face on a layup. D'Lo got hit in the face on a damn layup, fam. And it was called a foul on the floor. Scott Foster called it a foul. Mike Malone challenges the play like he has a right to do. They look at it in New Jersey and deem that it was a clean play. So it's okay for a player to hit somebody in the face midair? I guess it's because the layup the ball had been released from his hands before he got slapped in the face. So I guess it's not a foul according to New Jersey. I ain't seen it, no play called like that in this NBA. I've never seen that. So someone's gonna have to help me with that. If it's in the rule book that the foul must be let go if it comes after the ball is released, that's not consistent with what they do in the three-point shot when they call it for a guy standing under a guy's landing space, because the ball's always going when they call that foul. But on a layup, a guy gets hit in the damn face and you review it and you say it's not a foul? I don't understand that. Other than to say that was some bull crap and that they were fixing the game for the Denver Nuggets, just like a lot of other people were saying. And then there was another foul at the end of the game that I wasn't able to see footage on this go around because of the highlights that I watched don't necessarily show these type of things. But a lot of people are talking about a certain foul that happened down the stretch of the basketball game that Darvin Ham should have challenged. I honestly don't know what that play was. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was all a blur to me, and I really don't remember exactly what that play was that he should have challenged. But I know we walked away with 2 timeouts at the end of the game. And in turning, the game off, it was not on my mind as I was making the video that he really still had 2 timeouts. If you're not going to challenge a play down the stretch of regulation, what are you saving your timeouts and your challenges for? Overtime? It never came. Overtime never came, fam. And it's funny because I said this yesterday, actually the day before yesterday. It was a random thought that came to me as I was assessing Darvin Ham's need to preserve timeouts. And I said I was going to say it on camera and didn't get a chance to. I'll say it now. I would rather run out of timeouts and need them than in the game with too many timeouts and questionable things happening for which timeouts needed to be called. Challenges and timeouts. Darvin basically says to us, hey, we lost the game, but at least I didn't run out of timeouts. Like that's the priority, fam. No, you did it right against the Pelicans in the first game we played against the Pelicans. This last 2 flurry of games against them. You called timeouts to stop the bleeding on every single play that otherwise was every sort of run rather that the Pelicans had. We won the game. I think that had a lot to do with it, man. I've been watching coaches of many kind of all my life. They call timeouts to stop the bleeding on plays. It's something that coaches really need to do, man. It needs to be done so that you can stop the momentum of the other team, call a play on the defensive end if that's what's going to be, on the offensive end, whatever it's going to be, and reconsider what needs to be done for the rest of the time going forward. Stop their momentum on that run. And in situations that you think are questionable, when it's already the end of the damn game, and it's a close game against a team that clearly out-executes you, you have 2 challenges. Even if you're not really sure if it's going to work out or not, you ain't got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Mike Malone called some bullcrap challenges, and he got them. Now, if I see my player slap somebody damn dead in the head, I'm probably not going to challenge that play. But Mike Malone took the chance to challenge the play, and in Secaucus, New Jersey, they overturned the play. So if you're not going to ask for your whatever it is that you think you may want to receive, then you for sure are not going to get it. And I think that type of stuff could be the difference between having enough points at the end and not. Amateurism, man. Amateurism. Darvin's amateurism, Rui's defensive amateurism, Austin's amateurism in certain situations. It really hurt us, man. It really hurt us against a cerebral basketball team that doesn't make any mistakes, damn near. And I think the Denver Nuggets had less than 10 turnovers in this game as well. They had 5 in the first game. I don't think they had more than 8 in the last one. And you got to understand that Jamal Murray, this is what even is also being considered in the pain of all of this. Jamal Murray's been having one of the worst starts to a series he's ever had. He's shooting terrible in this series, but hit like the last 4 shots in this game. You think he's coming out cold from here on out? He's in a rhythm now. You ain't getting nothing less than 30 from Jamal Murray from here on out. And then you look at the flip side of that. You see Anthony Davis and D'Lo. Anthony Davis was the most efficient he had been probably since putting on the Laker uniform in the first half of that basketball game. And we couldn't get him more than 8 attempts in the second half. He only hit 2 of them. Why did we go away from that? You know, certain things, it's like amateurism, fam. And I told people, and I say it again, you should have fired this coach after the Memphis matchup back in February, fam. He should have been gone then, Laker Nation. If you want to blame anybody for why our team is not winning any games against the Denver Nuggets, you blame that front office for not firing that stupid ass coach. And I'm tired of pulling punches or trying to be diplomatic as it pertains to that, bro. It's a stupidity down there with this man. And now that we're 2 games under against a team that we've lost 10 games straight to, and he been the coach of all them damn games, it ain't really much else to say. You just got a coach that you need to get the hell out of there, and the decision to not get rid of him is costing you everything that's going wrong. You can pick it apart, X's and O's, this and that, but they ain't running through a wall for this guy. He ain't preparing them to play properly against a team that he can't overcome. And every time he opened his mouth, he got some cliche coach copy and paste jargon that ain't really saying nothing but always saying the right thing. Our team, we just went up against a hell of a squad out there. Oh, well, you know, we just really got to play hard. And yesterday the man had the nerve to say he don't know what the hell to do. And then Anthony Davis came out and said he don't know what the hell we doing on both sides of the floor. And I got to read a report a couple hours before the game talking about even if we get kicked out of the playoffs early, he's still going to keep his job. No, not this time, Genie. I'm not going for that. Before the game, I was trying to be very diplomatic about that report. Now, after we got our hearts ripped out by this team in the way that we did, after 9 consecutive losses against them, if you don't fire this man, it's going to be people wanting you gone. Forget all that. We ain't going to have the same love for you if you don't stop allowing people to be bad for too long. You did it with your brother. It took a long time to get him the hell out of here. When he finally did, we were very pleased. This coach, it's the same thing in a different way. It's the same thing in a different way. And because LeBron James here, 21, coming up on free agency, this is a mistake that could not have been made. You can't let a bad coach ruin LeBron James' potential final year. You know, you can't, like, that's a mistake that can't be made the first time. You can't do that at all. And so my opinion is, I don't have as much faith in the front office right now. The mistakes that they're making and the decisions they're making are not based on anything intelligent, it seems to me, or winning. And winning is what we're all about in LA, man. We're not interested in saving face so people in the front office can look as if they're not stupid while everybody's assessing decisions that they make that are stupid. These are stupid decisions. Keeping bad coaches around to run your season into the ground when it's a win now season and your best player is 40 years old is stupid. It lacks a certain level of urgency that is obvious. You understand what I'm saying? Obvious urgency. And you see all the egregious mistakes that are made on both sides of the floor, play calling not being done, bad rotations leaving us without the ability to match up when we have the personnel. Jackson Hayes only getting 6 minutes in this game when he's played great for the last 2 months, and like stupid stuff. Max Christie ain't getting no playing time when you need his rebounding and his ability to defend a guy like Jamal Murray. And you leaving Taurean Prince out there to screw up. And it's been noted all season long that you are a significantly worse team when you put him on the floor. I'm telling y'all, man, if I weren't a Laker fan, I would have even more egregious things to say about the Lakers. I'm saving y'all a little bit because I'm a fan. But I'm telling you right now, some of the stuff that Darvin does concerns me in a different way, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Some of the stuff he do is like, are you stupid? Or are you sabotaging, fam? And with this Jonte Porter thing going on, and I look at some of the stupid stuff that this man is doing, I don't know what to think, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know what to think. Some stuff is like, okay, this man is stupid. Other things is like, yo, he's playing into the hands of the defense, and we got to overcome our coach in order to win. How many times am I gonna say that before I start wondering if this is on purpose? How many times do I gotta think that before I start wondering if people are betting on us to lose? When I know damn well Darvin Ham's been in this league for many years as a coach and an assistant coach, as a player as well, as an assistant coach. Some stuff ain't stupid, fam. Some stuff is just deliberately done, and we are looking for the intended results. Now, you tell me where that begins and where that ends from person to person to person, because I honestly can't tell you. I don't know where it starts and where it ends. I don't know. All I know is somebody somewhere is fixing games and they're doing dumb stuff on purpose so that they will lose. Who that person is, where you'll find them, I don't know. I guess they found one with Jonte. Maybe they'll find another. That's literally all I'm saying. How many times do I have to see his decisions run us into the ground, us stop running plays when we're up by 20, up by 10 against a team we can't beat? You lose to the same team over and freaking over again. What do you want me to think? Is what I'd ask Jeannie Buss. What do you want me to think? That people are insane? That they keep making the same decisions over and over again, expecting different results? Or are they doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the desired results? And don't mind people thinking they're stupid, so long as they get the desired result. Y'all better be glad I ain't running the league. I'd be investigating people at this point. You lost how many games in a row to this team? Okay, let's break down every single play. Let's see what the hell we're seeing here. And you did that again, huh? You did that again? Oh, you did it again, huh? You did that again. And what was the result? Were you pleased with that? And what are you saying after the game? Something cookie cutter, right? Listen, man, people better be glad I ain't... Adam Silver is one person. BDF 44 is entirely different. I'd have been had investigators on people losing the same game over and over again, over to the same team in the same way. Are you kidding me? That's all I gotta say. Are you kidding me? So I'm just like, I'm through, man. I don't expect nothing different in the next 2 games. If we do win a game, it'll be a fluke, guaranteed, because we're not going to do anything smart. And one thing that I'm noticing, which plays into for what I just said over the last 6 minutes, is every time this man puts the bench on the basketball floor, they end up playing worse, coughing up the lead. Why is it that he can always effectively put stuff on the floor that gives the game back and ends up making it look like our bench can't perform? Use one guy for 6 minutes, another guy for 3 minutes, another guy for 3 minutes. Are we even assessing who these basketball players were before they got here? Spencer Dinwiddie's a guy who usually attempts more than 10 shots everywhere he goes. He's an assist guy. I expect to get like 15.7 assists from Spencer Dinwiddie. Why aren't we using him to do that? You see what I'm saying? You got him going 0 for 3. You have him out there for 6 minutes, and then people walk away saying we don't have a bench. Jackson Hayes has been playing great, as I've already said in this video. Ever since we utilized him properly earlier in the season when we were forced to with Christian Wood going out, he's been excelling, showing me that he can steal the ball, that he has exceptional touch scoring the ball in the paint. All of a sudden you get to a point where you need his size and you're afraid to play him. You don't have the evidence for why you shouldn't be playing him. Darvin Ham don't have the evidence for why he should be playing Taurean Prince as much as he does. He don't have the evidence for showing why he doesn't play Max Christie. There's no evidence backing up these decisions. Just the ineptitude that comes with it, which I'm starting to wonder, is the intended result. We're able to destroy the Denver Nuggets every time we run set plays, according to experts all up and down YouTube. And yet we stop running and freelancing, for which we are horrid at. Every time we get a lead, we start doing this. Is it stupid, or is it done purposefully? For the intended result, man. See, the problem with my brain is I stop thinking people are stupid after I start seeing certain things over and over again that give them the result that they would otherwise be depressed with. I start wondering if they're doing it on purpose. That's what's wrong with my brain. I don't sit back and just see people failing over and over again and then just say, wow, they're just stupid. No, I'm starting to wonder if you're doing this on purpose. Do you benefit from us losing? That's where my head goes. Tired of this, man. I'm tired of it because they're disrespecting the legacy that many Lakers have enjoyed, have earned, and these fans have enjoyed for over 40, 50 years. They're disrespecting that legacy by putting on our uniform and proceeding to do things that don't work over and over again, with the evidence telling them to do things a certain way. They have the evidence of doing things the right way, see it work, and never use it. Listen to Laker Nation talk about the Spain pick and roll. Every time we run the Spain pick and roll, it works. If we stop running it, why? To freelance? When it never works? Why? Is it because people are too stupid, or is it because people want to lose on purpose? And with betting being so prevalent in this game right now, I'm inclined to think the latter. Man. So that's what I'm telling all of y'all. The Lakers pissing me off. Darvin Ham, I'm starting to wonder if he's compromised. I ain't even bullcrapping with y'all no more. Nobody paid me for nothing. This is all me freelancing. This is no script. It's just me watching from the outside in. I ain't even been to a game all season. I've been watching on TV though, and I'm telling you, people are doing stuff that doesn't work and expecting something different other than what happens when things are done that don't work. Apparently that's what they're doing. People are refraining from doing things that do work in key moments when it needs to be done. I wonder if you get betting out of the game, do you still see this type of stuff? My gut tells me no. If you stop all this organized betting and organized corporate stuff that goes into the NBA right now, everybody got their own betting site. Everybody wants to get you hooked up with draft them and bet that. If these people were pointed out for the illegal activity that it should be considered, which is betting on basketball outside of Las Vegas, betting on sports outside of Las Vegas. If it goes back to the way it was before this, before capitalism has expanded to betting, do we see all of this ineptitude that I have starting to believe is purposeful? Adam Silver, compromising our game with this. You're killing a legacy of the purple and gold, which is bigger than you, whether you know it or not. Magic Johnson put on these colors. Jerry West put on these colors. Kobe Bryant put on these colors. I ain't trying to hear nothing from nobody alive today that's about to discard of that legacy just so they can make $1. I ain't trying to hear from none of y'all. I'll call all of y'all out twice a day. If that's what I'm getting a whiff of what this is. If that's what it is. Y'all gonna hear from me in different ways. I don't give a damn how much money's compromised. I don't believe in betting on basketball. I really don't. I know a lot of people making a lot of money, but house rules, man. And it's all compromisable when somebody has a chance to make a profit, because certain things need to be secure when money is involved, which is what I've been explaining to people for years. Certain things can't be left up to chance when bills have to be paid. And if I'm gonna be in control of the house and I got bills to pay, I'm not gonna let you control what happens or chance control what happens. It's irresponsible for me to, based on timing of things for which need to be paid, which is why illegal betting should still be considered illegal, because it opens up the door for the need to compromise to fit deadlines as it pertains to things being paid. And some of us are smart enough to understand that, which is why we would never bet on basketball, we'll never bet on football, we'll never bet on baseball, and we'll never give a single coin to a casino, because we know they got bills to pay. And if I strike it super rich off of them, they ain't paying them damn bills, and that's unacceptable. Get betting out of our sport if you want to see integrity return to it. Until then, you're going to keep seeing coaches destroy the league with purposeful ineptitude. Secaucus, New Jersey, seeing guys get slapped in the damn head and saying it's completely fine. Guys not using their challenges in the same damn game on the other side. I'm telling you, it works in conjunction with one another to make you see the intended result. It's obvious. And y'all want us to hang our hat on this and think our heart's supposed to be this, that, and broken and all. Nah, man. Nah. No. These are the intended results, man. I'm convinced. So that's what I'm telling all y'all. I'm a Laker fan, but I know this shit is compromised, man. It's completely compromised. You can see it in the way that the game is coached. You can see it in the way it's refereed. You can see it in the way that the reviews are coming your way. When they deliberately see something and don't call it the way that they see it, even though you saw it on national television, it's bull, man. And they snatching your money, selling you something that ain't on the up and up. That's my opinion. That's what the evidence is showing me. BDL 44, I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.